Someone asked me, what documents do I need to work in Ireland? But the real question is, do you know what your employer needs to submit to? Because it's not a solo application. It's a joint application between yourself and your employer. Hey you, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video series, I will be answering frequently asked questions that I get on study, work, and living in Ireland. And this will be based on my experience, okay? Now, to answer the question, what documents do I need for a work visa? It's quite simple. You just need an employment permit. But to get an employment permit, you will need an employment offer or job offer, okay? Just like if you are doing a student visa application, you will need an offer letter from your university, okay? The same way, if you need an employment visa, you will need an employment offer to get an employment permit. Are we doing the math? Whether you're in Ireland searching or you're out of Ireland searching, you will still need a job offer to apply for this employment permit. And this employment offer has to meet a salary threshold. And of course, to secure an employment, you need to put in the work to actually apply to various sectors in your field to actually get an offer. And that alone is hectic. I understand that, but it is very, very possible. As I explained earlier, there's a critical skills employment permit and also a general skills employment permit. Both of them would require the same documents. However, two things differentiate them, and that is the salary threshold and what they call the labor market needs test. As at the time of making this video, the critical skills employment permit requires a salary threshold of a little over 36,000 per annum if you just got your qualification and you're starting out your career, and a little over 40,000 per annum as an experienced OG, and also 64,000 salary threshold for any other qualifying roles that are not on the critical skills list, meaning that if you secure a general skills employment permit role, all right, and it is not on the critical skills list, and you have a salary threshold of up to like 64k, you could have the benefits of a critical skills worker. Moving on, the general skills employment permit requires a salary threshold of a little over 36,000 per annum, and under this, only meat processors, horticultural workers, healthcare assistants, and home carers need a salary threshold of a little over 32,000. And all these numbers are the salary threshold that you have to meet if you're going to be doing your employment permits. The second difference is what they call the labor market needs test, okay? And this is just a test carried out to checkmate that no other applicants has applied for that particular job role before hiring an external or non-EU applicants to the role, okay? The critical skills employment permit does not do labor market needs test, but it is needed for the general skills employment permit. And for some reason, I find that employers tend to shy away from this particular labor market needs test. So those that are under the general skills employment permit sort of find it a bit tougher, but honestly, the steps are as easy as A, B, C. I don't know why they are running away from it, but I think I'll cover that in another video on how to like go about the general skills employment permits, because I applied for mine myself. The long and short of it that you should know is that the employer completes their own side of the permit form while you complete your own side of the permit form. So it's a collaborative effort. All right, now I'll be mentioning the core documents that apply for both general skills employment permits and the critical skills employment permits. Everything that you need from the employee, which is yourself, you need a valid passport. If you are in the country, you will also need your immigration permission to stay in the country, which is like the IRP card. You will need that. All right, you also need proof of your qualification, you know, that you are qualified to do the particular job role. Of course, you need your CV that is relevant to the particular job role. You need a signed job offer from your employer, you know, just showing that yes, you have gotten the job. And of course, a passport size photograph. All right, and from the employer, they will have to do the employment permit application form that has to be completed. They'll have to show proof that their business is trading in Ireland and also provide company registration. If it is a general skills employment permit, they have to show the proof of the labor market needs test, which is quite easy. Again, I'll explain in another video, but they also have to show proof that that has been done and that is established and can stand on the fact that no other applicants fulfilled that job role, and hence they are offering a non-EU worker the job role. And then they also need a statement confirming the role, salary, and that they will comply with the employment law. If your offer letter doesn't show the right salary, then your application could get rejected, all right? And if you're in the critical skills employment permits sector roles and your job title does not exactly match exactly the way it is on the list, then you also may not be given the critical skills employment permit, and maybe given a general skills employment permit offer instead, and that may be not what you are applying for. Okay, so make sure that you cross the T's and dot the I's. All right, for those outside Ireland, you may need to show that your qualification matches that way of the one in Ireland, and may need to put it side by side, QQI qualification metric. So just be open to that as well. It's nothing too too extreme or nothing too difficult or nothing too complicated. It's just basically your degree and whatever the score is on QQI, you just match it. And usually for those coming from Nigeria, it's usually the same because you use the British system, grading system, kind of a little bit, you know, so it's kind of it matches. Like our bachelor's is level 8, here is level 8 as well. Do you get? Our master's is level 9, here is level 9 as well. So it's not too complicated. And please, you cannot apply for a work permit if you don't have a job offer. You have to have a job offer first before you apply for the permit. And again, the employer has to be involved in this, all right? Just make sure yourself and your employer are on the same page, honestly, because you can't do one without the other. I'll go into detail when I'm talking about employment permit process, but not now. Because I know some people will be wondering, oh, how was she able to apply for it herself and all of that? I'll tell that in a different video. Feel free to drop any comments, or there may have been some information that I've missed out, so you could just leave it in the comments and I will try to address it in another video. Alrighty, and that wraps it up. My name is Cynthia, also known as Serena, and I'll see you real soon. Ciao. Sorry, I just did that so that you can see my hair.